Hi folks, I've been trawling the internet again, seeing if I could find any news on any new interactive animatronic robotic toys coming out for Christmas this year, and I've discovered another two. So these two are by HASBRO and Spin Master. So the one on the left is an interactive animatronic Dobby from Spin Master, and the one on the right is an animatronic interactive Droid that's being brought out by HASBRO. And it's the Droid that I'm going to talk about first. So it's called the Star Wars Chatterback Chopper animatronic toy. Moves and responds to sounds. So this droid called Chopper was first seen on the animated Star Wars Rebels series, and it's going to appear in an upcoming series on Disney Plus. And this is the description from Hasbro Pulse. The Star Wars Chatterback Chopper animatronic from Hasbro's Star Wars collection brings the fan favourite droid from a galaxy far, far away right into your home. The electronic toy features character design and weathered deco inspired by the live-action series on Disney+. Unlock more than 40 sound and movement combinations by pressing the button on Chopper's body, posing his front arm, or by making sounds of your own. Watch as he really responds with different sound effects and movements with his arms, body and head. So let's take a closer look at the box. It says head and body movements. It's going to be actual size, so it's a 1-to-1 scale. And there's 40 plus sound and movement combos. It takes 4 AA batteries, and those aren't going to be provided. And as we can see in this picture here, it has a microphone and it will respond to sound, including speech. It's going to be 7.5 inches tall, and it's going to retail for $80, coming out in the fall. So as we can see in this picture, we've got an arrow showing the body sort of going back, so it must pivot on the wheel that it's got.
Right. Does it move around on the wheels as well?
It doesn't move around on the wheel, no, it's stationary.
Right.
The head moves and the arms move, and as I say, it looks like it pivots on that one wheel that it's got to move its body sort of up and down.
Do the arms move independently? I mean, can you move them, or do they move automatically controlled by the droid?
I believe it's both. I believe that the arms can move, so they're powered by the droid, but you can also pose them.
Ah, right.
So I think they maybe just move like where it's attached to the head, yeah.
Right.
I think it's maybe motorised there, but then where the sort of elbow is, I think you just pose it at the elbow. That's how I think it works anyway.
Okay.
What do you think of this, Paul, the looks of it?
I like the orange and mustard, and it's a bit retro coloured, and
It looks like a plant pot, doesn't it?
it's
supposed like upturned plant pot.
It's supposed to be weathered, and isn't it a droid that's going to be in the forthcoming series?
Yeah, it's been in this animated series, and it's going to be in a series on Disney Plus as well. That's coming up.
It's following in the steps of the Lola droid, which is quite a nice one, which was made by.
It's by the same company, HASBRO.
Yeah.
It's in the same line.
Right.
And the microphone on that one worked really nicely, and the animation worked really nicely.
So you could expect the same from this then?
Yeah, and what I'm thinking is, it'd be really funny to have these two together
and
let them have a conversation because they've both got a microphone.
That's right, yeah.
And they both react to sound. So I think that would be quite hilarious. I'm really liking the spanners it's got for hands, Paul. Wasn't there an old robot that had spanners for hands?
Is it like Robbie the robot?
Did Robbie have spanners for
so,
hands? Yeah, I think it did, didn't it?
Spanners or something like that, yeah.
I also like how those sort of knobs and dials and stuff on it make it look like two eyes and a nose. That's good as well. Looks really friendly.
It's a bit like R2-D2 crossed with Bill and Ben, isn't it?
Yeah. And the other interactive animatronic toy that I've discovered that's coming out for Christmas this year is the Wizarding World Interactive Dobby by Spin Master. And that's coming out in the fall and it's going to be priced at $49.99. So before I look at a product description of this little model, first of all, I've got to mention my initial sort of impressions of how this little fella looks. So I've got it next to a still here of an accurate sort of model that is, it's quite expensive this, I think it's about £160.
Right.
But it's like an accurate model of Dobby, of what Dobby actually looked like in the movies. And I do find the Spin Master Dobby a bit odd. How is this just me, or what do you think?
Well, I'm not a great Harry Potter fan, but I do recognise Dobby on the left, but I'm not so sure I would recognise Dobby on the right unless I was told it was Dobby.
Yeah, I thought that.
It's a bit too simplistic. It's a bit like a body snatcher's devoid of detail.
Body snatchers Dobby. They've given these like absolutely huge feet. Now that's obviously to make it stable, but it just seems weird, Dobby having these huge feet.
Yeah.
Another thing that I find a bit odd, a little bit creepy, he seems to have lipstick on. He looks like he's got pink lipstick, which is... It's a bit incongruous, isn't it, really, the pink lipstick.
They've captured something of the expression.
They've captured something, but I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's just me, but there's something a bit creepy.
It looks like a toy. It looks like a toy that's been made for a very young child. Like
do you reckon?
Something a baby would have in a pram.
Is it just me that finds that face a little bit creepy? Or is...
Yeah, there is something about the addition of the lipstick, isn't there? Yeah.
The lipstick and the bald head and the... I don't mind the bald head on the realistic Dobby because you just think, well, that's Dobby, that's how he looks. But this doesn't look like Dobby. This is a very strange dude with a pink lipstick on.
Yeah, it doesn't work very well. For the first impression, first appearance, it doesn't work very well. Yeah, the first impression.
When it's animated, I might feel completely differently.
Yeah.
But it's just odd. I'd be really interested in hearing comments from viewers of how this sort of this depiction of Dobby impacts on them because, yes, I do find it a little odd. So here's a product description from Smith's. Wizarding World adventures await with this interactive doll of magical Dobby the elf. Young witches, wizards and muggles can relive the magic of Harry Potter with their favourite house elf Dobby. This enchanting interactive house elf figure is over 20 centimetres tall. Dobby the house elf can make over 30 sounds and phrases. The animated movement of his eyes, ears, head and arms really brings this character to life. Magical Dobby responds to touch with his sounds and movements. Squeeze his hand to hear phrases from the Harry Potter movies, and as he interacts with you, Dobby the house elf will move his ears, blink and move his eyes, lift his arms and move his head. For even more magical reactions, present Dobby the house elf with his favourite piece of clothing. Place the included sock in his hand to trigger even more exciting sounds and phrases in English or French. With these authentic details from the Harry Potter series, movements, sounds and phrases, Magical Dobby will inspire your imagination through interactive pretend play. And the contents are 1 Magical Dobby figure, 1 sock, 1 shirt and 1 instruction sheet. He's going to stand at 21.6 centimetres high. He requires 4 AAA batteries and those are going to be included. So, a lot of movement with this little model. The head moves, the eyes move and close, the ears move and the arms move.
Right.
So I'll be really interested to see what this is like, how lifelike it is when it's got all those movements along with
the way the sort of movements choreographed can really make a model, can't it? So that could make up for the way it looks then.
Yes, that's what I'm thinking. Yeah, you might kind of forget how it looks when you see it moving. As well as like the oversized feet, it's got an oversized head, and they'll have done that because there's a lot of movement there, so they'll have needed to put a lot of parts inside the head, won't they? Looks interesting from the picture there, how the ears move. That reminds me of the Grogu that HASBRO made, the little animatronic Grogu, my favourite one. It does remind me of the ears on that, how those ears move.
Flexible, don't they? It's difficult to say, but they look flexible.
They do. They're definitely flexible.
Yeah.
And they probably got like a sort of piece of wire in that moves them like the Grogu. Very similar. It's interesting how it reacts to the sock being put in its hand. I'm wondering what's going on there. Maybe a magnet, do you think?
Ah, right. Yeah, it could be.
I can't think what else it would be.
It wouldn't be a touch sensor, would it?
No.
It wouldn't just be a simple mechanical switch.
And the thing is, as well, if it's got a magnet in, it helps it sort of grip it as well.
That's right.
So I should think that's probably a magnet.
Yes.
Talking about touch sensors, I don't think this has any touch sensors. The only thing that's mentioned is a switch in its other hand.
Oh.
That you press to basically switch it on, I think.
Right.
So there's no mention of touch sensors. I don't think this is going to have any touch sensors in it.
It looks quite nice in that pose. It's got the head twisted and the eyes are looking down. Well,
yeah, interestingly, it does look better in that pose because it's got some sort of expression about it. So, I think it'll look nice with a little woolly hat.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to have to knit it
to cover that big expanse of bald head.
Yeah, a little woolly hat and a little woolly outfit to go with it. So yeah, I'm looking forward to getting this one and seeing what it's like actually animated in real life.
Yeah, so if it's along the same quality lines as the Lolo, it should be pretty good.
Different company though, Spin Master, this one.
Ah, right.
But they have done quite sort of lifelike stuff before, so yeah, it'll be interesting. So that about wraps it up for these 2 interactive animatronic toys that I've come across that are coming out for Christmas this year. If I spot any others, I will of course do another video and let you folks know all about it. But that's it for this video. Thanks for watching as always, and see you next time.